Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the People's Dwarf, here for another exciting session of trivia. Trivia. That's right, we're doing it here with Tribs at Home. That's how we're doing it. And for those tuning in over on Twitch, thank you for your continuous support, because after last night's stream, we finally made affiliate status, which is awesome. It's the next milestone that I was trying to make over on Twitch, so I can start actually making some money off my streams and doing some more fun with stuff, so with my streams as well. So that's going to be very exciting moving forward with that. So guys, thank you all of you for tuning in, for those who did throughout this journey, which started way back in March or April is when I first started. I think, actually no, Twitch came a little bit later. I started the trivia stuff just on Facebook Live using my mobile on a little mobile stand holder and stuff, and I had a little portable mic and stuff. It wasn't even that big, and I was using Facebook frames to get a little banner and stuff going on. So yeah, that's how we started out, and then eventually I branched out and got into OBS, and thanks to the missus helped me out with that, and she helped design my little Tribs at Home logo and used to perform on some of these as well, on some of the trivias as well. She used to sing. She's an amazing singer. I mean, she's an amazing lots of things, but she's an amazing singer, so she used to perform for us as well. So people back then in the previous months of our summer or Australian winter would remember that. Hello, Julie. You are in the car. That's all right. You can pay attention and tune in from in the car. That is A-OK. Thanks for tuning in. You can think of this as like a little podcast. I mean, pretty much I can ask the questions and you can still just answer it with each other. Or maybe you can write them down on your phone and send them to me anyway. That can also work out for you, just using the Messenger app or something if you like. And yes, high fives indeed for everybody over on Twitch. New Music Inferno, good to see you again, mate. Thanks again for your help last night, for pushing me over. You were the one that pushed us over last night. You and a few others that were on watching the stream last night. I believe a friend of mine, Zorro, was watching, so thanks to him. I believe Evermore, so thank you. Your friend Carmilla as well, who joined in and signed up as well. I believe Gillyfish subscribed to me yesterday, so he may have been lurking and watching. Pretty much everyone that was watching, not just yesterday. I'm just giving shout outs to them because that's when it happened, but everyone that has been throughout this journey with me. It's been super fun, super awesome. Maybe I'll try and make like a Trivs at Home clip, and we'll go back and look over the last, I don't know, was it 6 months that we're looking at? No, probably more than, well, maybe for Twitch, probably 6 months, a little over 6 months. For the streams, like I said, we did start off with Facebook Live, doing it that way on my little mobile phone instead, so that's pretty kind of cool and cruisy. But it is all, yeah, it's all fun. It's interesting to see how far this has come along, and I'm really excited to see where this streaming journey takes me moving forward. I'm really enjoying it. I'm in the market to get new equipment and new kit, so once I get that sorted, once I get it's literally a graphics card. That's the only thing I'm missing for my next computer setup that I'm going to have. That's the only thing I'm missing to get. I can't build a computer without that. But they are going like hotcakes. It is crazy. And thanks to Cyberpunk 2077, that new game that just launched, it's been even more difficult to get because a lot of people need the most top-of-the-range graphics card to play that game. And mind you, it looks like an amazing game. Like, I've got a lot of friends playing it. Unfortunately, a lot of them are playing it on like consoles and stuff that are having the frame rate issues and bugs and all that kind of stuff. But I have heard stuff from friends who play on PC that it's quite smooth and doing well, and they've got like quite high-end PCs, and it's quite actually smooth and a great game. So I mean, I may look into getting into the game myself, but since it's having issues already on the console, not gonna get that at the moment, so it is all good. I'm still currently playing Genshin Impact on my PlayStation. I've still got to go back and finish The Witcher 3, and we've got a couple other games that I've got to get through as well, but I think I'm going to get a monitor set up here, and I'll set it all up through OBS as well, rather than using the PlayStation thing, so that'll be a lot of fun. So I can stream more often, so that'll be super, super cool. But yeah, we're here for another session of trivia, guys. That's right, another session of a Saturday trivia. The Shuffle Saturday continues, that's right. It is pretty much majority random questions, however, we've made it a little bit different. Round 1 is going to be a shuffle round, so it's just going to be questions, kind of like the confidence round, but not the big points up for grabs. Round 2 is about sports tonight. We've got sport questions. That's right, we have got some sports related questions for round 2. Round 3 is actually another fun picture round that I've come up with, and it's actually, I've called it the two-face picture round. And what it is, it's literally two celebrity faces mashed together, and you need to tell me whose two faces they are. And some of them are quite easy. Some of them are like really tricky, man. Like really, really tricky. So I'll be impressed if anyone gets 10 out of 10 on that. But yeah, it's a good level of difficulty in regards to celebrity face mashes. Or mashup, celebrity face mashup, I could have called it. I like Two-Face. It made me think of Batman. Because it's two faces in one. So I did Two-Face. And then, of course, the confidence round as well in the final rounds. That's what we're doing for that, which will be good fun. But yeah, exciting, guys. But yeah, everything's all good. I was out today to shoot for a music video, which is going to be released, I don't even know, whenever. But that was really cool and fun. Can't say too much about it now until it's released. But once it is released, I can let people know about it. So it'll be a bit of fun. So I was doing that all this late morning and afternoon, so I got back a little bit late, but we managed to get this in time, so everything is A-okay there. But yeah, so how's your weekends going? For those, feel free to drop what you guys are up to in the weekend. Obviously, Julie's somewhere in the car, obviously coming back from somewhere. What are the rest of you guys up to this weekend, or how has your weekend been so far? I have a little bit of work to do tomorrow. I have an audition that I need to do tomorrow, which will be really cool if I nail that. I mean, of course I'm going to nail it, but I mean, if I get chosen because I nailed it, that'll be really amazing. But yeah, so I'm going to be working on that tomorrow, which is great. And do a bit of a workout too. I've ordered some dumbbells, which may even come in tomorrow, which may mean I may kind of try and start setting up an area to do my fitness streams again, because now I'll have a little bit more of equipment. The reason why I stopped them originally was because I just didn't have enough equipment to play with, so I just felt like it wasn't that good to do. But I'm getting one of those multi-weight dumbbells, or the adjustable weight dumbbells, sorry, so that's going to be exciting. So finally found some that were decently priced and included in the weights that I lift. Oh, we've got a red. Oh, please don't cut out on me. Stream, be nice, be kind, be nice, be kind, don't cut out on me. That's the first red I've had over here on my little OBS stream here. Uh-oh, come on internet, don't cut out on me. Be kind, don't be crazy. Don't be crazy. Be kind, I say. Be kind. We don't want that getting all crazy on us here, because then that means, you know, things might get a little crazy. Yeah, glitchy. I know. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with my stream. Why y'all freaking out? Why is it like that? Guys, chill. Internet. What are you doing? Yeah, it's super glitchy. What is happening? It's the internet over here. I am sorry, guys. Apologies. That's super glitchy. What is going on? Why? Why are you like this? Let's see if I can do something to somehow fix that. I don't actually know what I will do to fix that. Hopefully it'll just end up fixing itself. Why are you being glitchy? Come on. Come back and focus on me. Let me have a look at something. I don't know, maybe like the internet is just going crazy. Maybe everyone's online right now. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't even know. Maybe that's what's happening. Everyone's online right now. So it's going crazy. Sorry for the people that are watching this and it's gone a little bit glitchy. Hopefully it catches up a little bit. Sometimes, I mean, our net, I don't know what's been going on. The internet just gets so crappy. Oh, we got working okay here now over on the Facebook land. That's good. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Our net, especially in the evenings, towards later in the evening, just turns to absolute garbology. It caught up. I'm glad. And garbology, I don't even know if that's actually a word, but I'm claiming it as a word. Garbology, it's just, in other words, garbage. But yeah, it just, everything slows down. Any sort of gaming I try and do, any sort of browsing, it's just horrible as we get to late in the evenings. And I feel like this is getting worse and worse. So I don't know if it's because everybody's now staying at home, so they've got nothing else to do, no one's working, so the internet's just getting overloaded. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the internet just shut down everywhere? Like, imagine the internet just stopped. Like, there was a world before that. I was alive when we didn't actually have internet yet. So I know it exists. I know it could be done. All good, mate. News Inferno, I appreciate you being here, and I'm glad it caught up. But yeah, look after yourself, and keep us updated on everything on your end. I hope the missus is okay, and she's doing well, and I hope you're doing okay. Definitely keep us updated, and yeah, fingers crossed it all turns out A-okay for you and her, mate. And I hope she recovers quickly from her hospital visit at the moment. So yeah, fingers crossed for you, bud. Fingers crossed. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Look after yourself. Catch you next time. And yeah, I'm glad the stream's caught up, but that's okay. What we can do now is whack up on over the rules for people who are going to be here and playing some trivia. For those who've never played before, this is just sort of a quick introduction as to how it all works. So it's pretty much team or solo play encouraged. So regardless of where you are, you can play this anywhere on any device, any tablet, phone, computer, laptop, desktop, whatever you have, you can use it. All you need to do is go onto this little scrolly bar down here, which is chilling, and go over to triviarat.com/trivs@home. You then get prompted to enter a player or team name, so you can make it whatever you like, providing it is friendly and family safe and friendly. Obviously PG rated, because we do actually show the team names and stuff after we go through the answers and stuff, so we don't want any bad words up there. And yeah, and then on that page you'll be able to see the live scoreboard of how you are doing, the other teams on there, and score updates. And you'll also be doing your answer submissions there for the 4 rounds of trivia that we have. And that include a multiple choice round and a picture round. We have 10 questions each round with 1 point per correct answer. No points lost for any incorrect answers. So I highly encourage guessing. Hey Camilla, good to have you back. 2 for 2. You're going to try and take out victory again tonight? Last night's or yesterday's winner. Camilla, welcome back. And by the way, thanks again. I don't know if you were here earlier. The new ferret is napping. What have you named your new ferret? And is it a he or a she? Or we kept it with an it? I actually have no idea about ferrets. Like, to be honest, I'm very unferret knowledgeable. Whatever the word is. He named her Misty. Oh, so it's not actually yours, it's your partner's or someone else's in your family that got the ferret? We're the one that just paid for it. Is that how it worked? So you coughed up the money and it's now someone else's. But Misty's a cool name. I do like that. Misty, M-Y-S-T-I. It's very mysterious. I like it. It's very and mystical as well. See, anything that's kind of like magical, fantasy, that kind of style of naming, I love that stuff. So I'm okay. That's a cool name for Misty, so I like that. That is very, very cool. And it's a very cool name for a ferret. So that's cool. How long do pet ferrets live for, if you don't mind me asking? Hopefully it's not, you didn't get a new one because a previous one passed, because I don't want to bring that up if that's the case. But how long do ferrets actually live for? I've never, again, not much knowledge in regards to pet ferrets, so I'm definitely curious to learn. Except we're here to learn. We come through this way once, at least in this lifetime that we live, so we're here to learn as much as we can. Ask questions when you can. Don't just assume. Ask questions, learn, appreciate, take things in, and also share yours too. 5 to 8 years is a ballpark. Okay, so 5 to 8 years, that's pretty cool. That's a decent amount for a pet. I like that. That's very cool. Are they easy to maintain and manage? Oh, it's going red again. Stop going red, stream. Yes, stay on the green. Stay up in the green. I like it when you're in green. I like how it works like a traffic light. It's literally red, yellow, and green for the bad, mediocre, and good, signal lights as to whether the internet and data is doing a-okay. That's kind of cool. It's literally like a traffic light. So when I say you go red, I'm like, no, it's stopping, like what the red light means at a traffic light. But yeah, I wonder if they're hard to maintain. We've still got a little kitty. He's outside with the other housemates, actually. He's not in here at the moment. He may be in a little bit later. But yeah, he's outside with the other house patrons that I live with. But yeah, okay, so 4 rounds of trivia, multiple choice, picture round, 10 questions per each round, 1 point per correct answer, no points lost for incorrect answers, so I highly encourage guessing. Breaks between each round, so you can stock up on whatever you need to, drink, snacks, your pets, or attend to your pets if you need to. Today I have a coffee because I was exhausted from my shoot that I had earlier, and it's in my Asuna mug. I don't know if any of you are familiar with anime or Sword Art Online, but she is a character from the anime, and she's one of my favourite characters, so I got myself an Asuna mug. And another one of my good friends is also a big fan, so I think we both have the same mug. So it's kind of like whenever we have tea or coffee, it's kind of like we're doing it and drinking with each other, even though he's in the UK and I'm here in the States. But yeah, Gates is his name. Good bloke. Top bloke. But yeah, so that's what I'm drinking. Coffee with a little bit of peanut butter whiskey, which actually works out quite well. So it should be a nice little drink. And that's what I'm drinking during the break. And then question repeats before each break as well, in case you miss anything. Now, we don't put answers in the comments, guys. No spoilers there. If you do spoilers there, you'll get this little notification to let you know that that is a no-go. So we can put joke answers in. I accept joke answers. I'm here to have a laugh, and I hope you guys can have a laugh as well. But people do like a friendly competition and scoring, so let's not put the actual answers in the comments if we can, guys. I know people occasionally slip up, or they come in halfway through the stream when they haven't heard me say this spiel, and they do it a couple of times, and for the most part, they're good, and they understand, and they apologize, and then they jump on the trivia page or something instead, and that's a-okay. But just in case, you know, people are new at the moment and they're here right now wondering how it works, no answer in the comments, guys. Everything's done at triviarat.com/trivsathome. That's where you do all your answer submissions. It's nice and easy, nice and simple. You can ask Camilla. She did it for the first time yesterday, and she did it easily and with a breeze, and she even won. So there you go. If you want to win, that's how you win. You go over to that website and do it there. Alright, how we doing for time? 7:18 here. I think what we'll do now is head on over to at least the round 1 page. I'm going to double check and make sure that all the page stuff that I need to have over on the trivia page and everything else is set up so we can begin asking questions and stuff. Otherwise, well, if we can't do that, then, you know, it's not going to work, is it? So, let's get that underway first. Whoopsie daisies. Just reply to that and say A-okay. Alright. I think we are looking good. Let's go. Alright. So, we've got that up and running. Round 1 is up on the screen. I'm going to get my timer up so this way I don't talk too much. Because yesterday we had quite a long stream, which was a lot of fun. But we went a little bit over my usual 1 hour 20 minute, 1 hour and a half running time. So we'll try and keep within that today. So timer is begun. Let's click on game on, and boom. Question number 1 is this: Arlanda Airport serves which European city? Arlanda Airport serves which European city? Question number 1 is what we're looking at here. There we go. It is the shuffle round. So it's kind of like the confidence round, our last round. Except no big points yet. Those are for the final round only. Big points in the final round. Alrighty. So question number 1. Arlanda Airport serves which European city? Number 2. Who plays Pacey Witter on the TV show Dawson's Creek? Now, did anyone here watch the show Dawson's Creek? I did when it came out. I did. I don't know if I got through the entire thing, but I did enjoy it when I did watch it. Back when it was, Katie Holmes was in that as well, and, I can't say others because I may possibly give away the answer to this question, so let's not do that. But yeah, it was quite an interesting show, at least when because I was a similar age to the people in the show. So it's kind of like you enjoy shows that you're in a similar age to the people with, because it's more relatable maybe. Or you wish it was more relatable. I don't know. Maybe it's wishful thinking when we watch shows like that. Number 3. What William Faulkner novel presented its plot from 4 different points of view? What William Faulkner novel presented its plot from 4 different points of view? Question number 3. William Faulkner novel presented its plot from 4 different points of view. That's kind of cool. I kind of like when they do that, and like with stories or movies or TV shows and stuff, and then you get taken back from a different perspective, or in games they do that as well. And it's like, oh, so now we get to see the other side and how they get to this certain point. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff. Because it's like 2 sides of every coin, every story, that kind of stuff. I like that. Which country now, for number 4, does South Africa completely surround? South Africa, it's like giving this country a giant hug. It's just like, hey buddy, how you doing? Giving it a giant hug, it completely surrounds it. And yes, I take it as a giant hug. It's not like holding it hostage or something like that, or protecting it. Maybe it is protecting it from the other countries. Maybe the other countries are mean and they're bullying it. And it's like, you know what? South Africa says, I'm going to protect you. I'm going to surround you completely so no one can bully you. Maybe that's what it's about. But even still, South Africa, good job. Number 5. In what Australian state would you find Port Pirie? In what Australian state would you find Port Pirie? This is kind of like a multiple choice question. Because there's not that many Australian states to choose from. Unlike the United States, there's 50 of those. For Australia, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was just doing it in my head and tracing the map to make sure I had the right count. In what Australian state would you find Port Pirie? Number 6 now. What is the name of the production company founded by Oprah Winfrey in 1986? What is the name of the production company founded by Oprah Winfrey in 1986? Oprah Winfrey founded a production company? What's the name of it? That's what you need to tell me. That's what we're here for. Production company. See how I'm just swiveling on my chair here? I love this desk. I can just swivel and chill. I love it. I got a new desk. For those who weren't here last week or the week before when I got the new desk and everything, it's very convenient and fun and big. It's like 60 inches long and whatever. It's huge, so I've got a whole bunch of things on it. Got my little advent calendar still next to me. I didn't eat today's chocolate, by the way. I didn't eat today's chocolate. Forgot to do that. I think I know the Oz one, but no game on your end? Oh, you aren't able to play on your end. You just watching, Camilla. Is that what you mean? You're able to log in, right? If the site is actually working, I believe. I hope. But if you know, that's cool. If you want, you can just shoot me. If you're unable to actually play the entire game, that's totally fine. You can just shoot me the answer if you want a little bit later. For gloating purposes and be like, I know this. Number 7. What was the name of the album Men at Work, released in 1981? What was the name of the album Men at Work, released in 1981? Men at Work. One of my followers just commenting, congratulating me on the affiliate. Said he can't tune in tonight, which is A-okay. So I'll do a quick reply. It's a bag of lotions, good bloke. He's also been here from near the start as well. Especially with a lot of my game streams. He likes a lot of my game streams. Number 8. Which Apollo mission carried Neil Armstrong and his team to the moon? Which Apollo mission carried Neil Armstrong and his team to the moon? Oh wow, yeah, whiskey and coffee. Whiskey and coffee is a good combination. Finding it's a good whiskey. I actually went and bought a cinnamon style whiskey. So it's kind of like a hot toddy almost styled flavoring. So, well, at least that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like heating it up, putting it in like a tea or something like that, or even in the coffee would be, and having it hot would be really good. Especially that it's now getting colder here in California. Number 9. What letter is displayed on a typical hot water tap in France? What letter is displayed on the typical hot water tap in France? Actually, I don't think... Well, see, yeah, here... at least for the places I've been in America, they are the one faucet kind of scenario with a lot of their taps. Everything's in the one faucet, so you don't have the letter system kind of set up. But in Australia, we did have that. We had the letter system for some of our taps. We have one faucets as well, but for the most part we have 2. One for hot, one for cold. America doesn't seem to have that a lot. At least what places I've been. Or the places I'm at. I could be totally wrong, maybe everyone else, and maybe because I know this house is a little bit old. So maybe it's just the old style with the new houses too. Number 10. What name did Weird Al Yankovic give to his version of Beat It? Michael Jackson's Beat It. Beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. No one wants to beat it. You know that song. Amazing. Let's do some Michael Jackson moonwalks. Got the fedoras. I love fedora hats. I've got a whole bunch of them. I'm a big fedora hat fan. Love them. I love how they look on me. I love just having them whenever I go out. Well, when I go out to like clubs or like a nice place, I would wear one. Obviously, I haven't done that much this year. Thanks, COVID. Not allowed to wear my fedoras. Well, I can, but it's just kind of weird wearing them around the house by myself. Kind of weird. Just MJ moonwalk everywhere, just for the sake of it being in the house. Alright guys, that is all round one's questions. So what happens now is question repeats pop up on the screen, 1 to 5, followed by 6 to 10. And then after that we'll launch into our break screen. I'll then close the answer submissions for round 1, I'll mark all the answers that you guys have submitted, we'll come back, go through the answers, have a look at the scoreboard, and then launch into round 2, which is our multiple choice round on sports. So hopefully for those sport fans tuning in, this next round will be for you. But in the meantime, enjoy your break guys, and we'll be back soon. Alrighty guys, we are back. Scores have been tallied up, answers for round 1 have been marked. So, let's go through them right now so you guys can all see how you did, and then we can have a look at the scoreboard. Question number 1. Atlanta Airport serves which European city? Well, that would be Stockholm. Stockholm for the European city. The city there is what we're looking for. Number 2. Who plays Pacey Witter on the TV show Dawson's Creek? Well, that was Joshua Jackson. Joshua Jackson. That's who plays him. Number 3, what William Faulkner novel presented its plot from 4 different points of view? Well, that would be The Sound and the Fury. The Sounds and the Fury for number 3 there. Number 4, which country does South Africa completely surround like a giant big hug? Well, that would be Lesotho. Lesotho for number 4. Number 5, in what Australian state would you find Port Pirie? That would be South Australia. South Australia for number 5 there. Number 6, what is the name of the production company founded by Oprah Winfrey in 1986? Well, it's called Harpo. Harpo. H-A-R-P and then the letter O. For number 6. Number 7, what was the name of the album Men at Work released in 1981? Well, it was called Business as Usual. Business as Usual for number 7 there. Number 8, which Apollo mission carried Neil Armstrong and his team to the moon? That would be Apollo 11. Apollo 11 was the one. Number 9, what letter is displayed on a typical hot water tap in France? That would be the letter C. And it actually stands for, I don't know how it's pronounced. I may fail this. Chaud or Chaud. C-H-A-U-D is how it's spelled, but that means hot in French. Hence why it's the letter C for the hot water. And number 10, what name did Weird Al Yankovic give to his version of Beat It? He took away the B and made it Eat It. It was Eat It for number 10 there. So there we go. Those are all the answers to round 1's questions. And I believe if we have a look at the scoreboard, yeah, that's how it's looking at the moment. Alright, so it's all mapped up. There we go. We have Drips Go-Go, Goop, Saturday Night Fever, Rabbit, Bender, and I'm Matey joining us today. So thanks for you guys for tuning in. Everyone else who's just hanging around, lurking, and hanging out, listening to the lovely sound of my voice. And just the trivia questions, maybe you're just playing at home on your own and don't want to use the trivia page, that's totally fine too. Just thanks for tuning in and giving me the viewership and hanging out. That's what we're here for, here to hang out and have a little bit of fun. So, now that that is done, I'm going to head on and bring up round 2's sheet. Go over to the trivia page and click on a new round. Then click on Game On. So now for those of you logging into the trivia page, you'll be back onto the answer submission section for the sports round, which we begin right now. Oh, and it's multiple choice. That's right. So even if you're not a big sports person, well, you've got a 1 in 4 chance of actually guessing it correct. So, fingers crossed on your luck for this one if you don't know the answers. Have a guess. Question number 1 is this. What pitcher holds the record for most complete games in an MLB career? Is it Don Sutton, Cy Young, Ray Halladay, or Nolan Ryan? MLB, I believe that's Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball, hence also pitcher, in case you didn't catch on with the word pitcher either. So what pitcher holds the record for the most complete games in an MLB career? Don Sutton, Cy Young, Roy Halladay, and Nolan Ryan. Which one of those? A, B, C, or D? When entering the answer submissions for this, you can choose the letter correspondent. You can put the actual full answer itself, or you can do letter correspondent and full answer. Just as long as I know which one you are actually selecting. Number 2, what coach came off the bench to play for his team in the Stanley Cup Finals? Was it Dick Irvin, Toe Blake, Wayne Gretzky, or Lester Patrick? What coach came off the bench to play for his team in the Stanley Cup Finals? Dick Irvin, Toe Blake, Wayne Gretzky, or Lester Patrick? A, B, C, or D? That's what I'm looking for here. Tell me which one you think it is. Number 3 now. What NFL player returned a fumble 66 yards to the wrong end zone? What NFL player returned a fumble 66 yards to the wrong end zone? And I might sneeze. Excuse me. Was it Jim Marshall, Deltha O'Neal, Leon Lett, or Deion Sanders? What NFL player returned a fumble 66 yards to the wrong end zone? That's crazy. He's literally running the wrong way, mate. Was it Jim Marshall, Deltha O'Neal, Leon Lett, or Deion Sanders? Pretty much, I think I've included like each question's a different sport, so it literally does span a little bit of sporting knowledge. Number 4 now. Who was the only person in NBA history to be named Most Valuable Player, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year? Was it Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, Phil Jackson, or Larry Bird? Who was the only person in NBA history to be named Most Valuable Player, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year? Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, Phil Jackson, or Larry Bird? A, B, C, or D? M, B, P, or L? Just first letters of the first names for those each answers. Don't put that. Don't do M, B, P, or L. Because that's not a corresponding letter for their names. For the answer submissions, I mean. Don't do that. Number 5. What is the PGA record for highest score on a par 4? What is the PGA record for the highest score on a par 4? Is it 13, 7, 10, or 16? 13, 7, 10, or 16? Whew. That's some good coffee whiskey. Number 6. What country won the first soccer/football World Cup in 1930? Was it Uruguay, Switzerland, Brazil, or Argentina? What country won the first soccer/football World Cup in 1930? Was it Uruguay, Switzerland, Brazil, or Argentina? Question number 6 here. Just over halfway now of the multiple choice round. Number 7. What year did China win its first Olympic medal? Was it 1952, 1936, 1968, or 1984? What year did China win its first Olympic medal? 1952, 36, 68, or 1984? So at the Olympics, unfortunately cancelled this year. Over in Tokyo they were meant to be. Japan was setting up for that. Number 8. Which tennis player won 470 consecutive matches? 470! That's heaps! Was it Chris Evert, Esther Bergier, Don Budge, or Billie Jean King? Chris Evert. Or Ebert. Ebert? Esther Bergier, Don Budge, or Billie Jean King? 470. That's so many. Like, just consecutive matches. That's heaps. It's a lot of tennis matches to begin with, but also consecutive. That's, whew. Mate, job well done. I used to play tennis when I was younger, when I was a kid. I enjoyed tennis. Number 9. How many knobs, switches, and buttons does a Formula 1 steering wheel have? Is it A, 25, B, 15, C, 5, or D, 35? How many knobs, switches, and buttons does a Formula 1 steering wheel have? A, 25, B, 15, C, 5, or D, 35? That could be a lot of knobs and switches and buttons. I mean, I guess some cars nowadays come with, like, you got your radio control volume, station control, you've got, like, cruise control stuff, or whatever else, so I wonder. Obviously, there isn't cruise control in a Formula 1. That'd be kind of, like, pointless. Yeah, I'm just going to cruise at this speed. No, they are totally, like, gunning it. No cruise control. Number 10. What year did Aussie rules become known as Australian Football League, the AFL? Was it 1988, 1991, 1990, or 1989? What year did Aussie rules become known as Australian Football League, the AFL, that we know it now to be? Was it 1988, 1991, 1990, or 1989? The reason why they did this is because they wanted to eventually have a team in at least every state of Australia. They branched out. Originally didn't start out with many different states, so hence why the name changed. They started branching out to different states of Australia, teams representing them. Alright, those are 10 questions, guys. You know the drill. Question repeats coming right up, and then we go into a break. I'll be marking the answers in the break, and then we'll come back, go through them, look at the scoreboard, go into round 3's picture round, which is our two-face celeb round. That's right, we've mashed two faces together. You have to tell me the two faces that are in the picture. So it should be interesting. I hope you guys enjoy it. We'll be doing that when we come back from the break. See you soon. Alrighty, guys, answers have been marked. Thank you so much for getting those in, and for those sending them in separately. They do take a little bit longer because I do have a couple of people sending them in separately, not using the Trivia Arts page because they are not actually in front of a computer, so they haven't been able to log into it. So they're actually doing it through Messenger, which is okay, just means the marking takes a little bit longer, so that is okay. Let's go through the answers now and find out how you guys did. What pitcher holds the record for the most complete games in an MLB career? Well, that would be Cy Young. So B, Cy Young for number 1. Number 2, what coach came off the bench to play for his team in the Stanley Cup Finals? Question number 2 goes to D, Lester Patrick. Lester Patrick, D. Number 3, what NFL player returned a fumble 66 yards to the wrong end zone? Mate, where are you going? That would be A, Jim Marshall. A, Jim Marshall. Number 4, who was the only person in NBA history to be named Most Valuable Player, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year? That would be D, Larry Bird. Larry Bird for question number 4. I remember a basketball game with him way back when I was a kid on one of the Nintendo consoles, I think it was, and he was good at 3-pointers, so I always loved shooting threes with him. He just had a good stats for 3-pointers, and so that's, yeah, I remember using him for that. That's the only thing I remember Larry Bird for. Not actually that question at all whatsoever. It was just for his threes. Apparently he was a good 3-point shooter. Number 5, what is the PGA record for the highest score on a par 4? That would be D, 16. It actually is the highest number there on the screen. It actually is a 16 for number 5. Number 6, what country won the first soccer/football World Cup in 1930? That would be Uruguay. So A, Uruguay for number 6. Number 7 now. What year did China win its first Olympic medal? It was D, 1984. D, 1984. Number 8, which tennis player won 470 consecutive matches? That would be B, Esther Vergier for number 8. Number 9, how many knobs, switches, and buttons does a Formula 1 steering wheel have? They have 35. 35 knobs, switches, and buttons. That is a crazy amount of things you have to remember just on a steering wheel, where you're also trying to focus on driving a high-speed vehicle in a race. So credit to them when I learned this. That's insane. 35 different buttons, knobs, and switches to control various things. I mean, I guess there's a lot of stuff in the Formula 1 car to keep an eye on, but wow, 35. There you go. And number 10, what year did Aussie rules become known as Australian Football League? That would be C, 1990. C, 1990. So those are all the questions and answers to round 2. And I've got to scroll down because I seem to be on the wrong part of the page. Nope, I've scrolled down too far now. It's a web browser screenshot, so I've got to have it lined up so that way it shows the correct scores. There we go. Rabbit and Troops Go equal first place on 6 points at the moment. I'm 80 Group and Saturday Night Fever equals second on 4, with Bender on 3. It's a close one. A little bit of a low-scoring game, but that's okay. That's okay, because the big points is always in the final round anyway. And we do have an interesting themed round coming up now with the picture round. The Two-Face round, which is 2 celebrities' faces matched into one. You need to tell me whose faces are, well, they are, that are in the mashed celebrity pictures. So, I've clicked on Game On. I'm going to click on Start on my little stopwatch over here, so that way I can keep track of the time. Let's have a look and see how these celebrity faces are. So, number 1, this is a very pretty lady, or should I say ladies. That's right, there's 2 of them in there. Can you tell me the 2 ladies' faces that are in this one image? See, how cool is this idea? You look at them and you're like, that looks like, wait a minute. But it also looks like, oh, wait a minute. That's because it could be both of them. So, and you know what I'll do? Just because I'm feeling generous, because I'm a generous host, I'll give you a half point for each one you get correct. Half point for each of the celebrities. So you get the full point for both. But even if you only get one, you'll still get half a point. That's alright, so we'll get you some half point scores in here as well. I'm feeling generous. So yes, name the 2 faces in this picture. This one's very pretty, I think. Very pretty. Question number 1. Let's go into this one. Question number 2. That's right, there's 2 faces in this one. Now, some of them are easier to tell than others. So there's varying degrees of difficulty with these questions. So, well, these images, I should say. I mean, they're still questions, but images, because it's a picture round. So, take into account. You may look at it and be like, that's just one person. No, it's not. Look closer. Try and look at some different features, or hair, eyes, nose, mouth, something. Actually, to be honest, this one took me a while to figure out. So if it takes you a while, I totally get it. I'm with you on that. I'm totally with you. But I can see it now. I can see it. But it did take me a while. I was like, this one's just that person. There's nothing different. Then I was like, oh, hold up. So hopefully you guys get that. Number 3! Here we go. Who is this a mashup of? 2 celebrities' faces in one. Give me the 2 celebrities. Who are they? Give me their names. Half point for each celeb. The full point for both. It is our two-face picture round. That's what we're doing. 2 faces. Maybe I should try and do that with, like, recent. See how that would look. But beard or no beard, that'd be kind of weird. Number 4 now. Number 4. Name the 2 faces of this pretty lady or ladies. Name the 2 faces in this picture on this celebrity. That's what you need to tell me. The 2 faces. They are two-faced. I don't mean that in a mean way, because when you say someone's like two-faced, it means they're kind of like a backstabber, because they like say nice things to your face, but then they like say bad things about you behind your back, or something like that. No. I just mean literally, physically, 2 physical faces mashed into one. That's what this is. Number 5 now. Check this out. Some of these actually look like really cool, and that they could totally just be their own person. But others, you can just look at them and you just laugh and go, I know exactly which 2 they are. Like, it's hilarious when, like, finding some of these and seeing them. Like I said, some of them are tricky, some of them are, like, super easy, some just make you laugh. Some are like, that almost just looks like that just one person anyway. But also, it really does look like the other person as well. It's kind of weird. It's kind of kooky when it does that. When it looks like both of them. Like, already, like, it looks like too much of one or the other. But it just, you know, depending on how you perceive it. Number 6 now. This, I think, is one of them. This one was the easiest one for me to guess. This one here. Very, very easy for me to guess this one. I think this one was the quickest one for me. Who do you think this one is? Number 6. The 2 celebs. Don't worry about spelling either, by the way, with all their names and all the rest of it. Just as long as I can make out who I think you're trying to say, you're A-okay. Or even if you want to, like, if you forget how to spell their name and you want to put, like, what they're, like, a character that they play that they're known for, just be like, they played the character and such and such. I'll be like, okay, I know who you mean. Although that does require a little more typing to write that, but that's fine. Number 7. Now this one. Look at this one. This one here kind of really threw me off. It kind of really threw me off because I feel like it's super obvious, but you can look at it and you can see both of the people separately in this, like, crazily. Like, you can look at it and be like, oh yeah, I'll see one, but then you'd be like, blink or look away and look back and you'd be like, I totally see the other one now. It's uncanny how well some of them worked, that it could include both of them. It's so weird, eh? So weird. So weird. Alright, here comes our fun one. Number 8. Tell me who this one is. That's right, we're getting tricky now. We're crossing borders. We're mixing, matching, we're not holding back. I think you guys might know who this one is. Although I do kind of like this round, so there may be like a part 2 or version 2 somewhere down the line for this. Obviously with different people. Kind of silly just do the same ones over again. Number 9. This is another great one that I can see both of them in really easily. Really well, I think. Mind you, I hope you guys can too. I'm saying all this and then I don't want to like get the answers and then be like, how do you not see that? So I hope I'm not chalking it up. I hope you guys are like, yep. We agree, mate. We agree. We're with you on this, mate. We're with ya. We're with ya. How Australian do I sound right now? It's funny, whenever I'm out, like, I was at the shoot today, and obviously surrounded by Americans and stuff, and then they'd start, you know, I'd say a couple of words, and they'd be like, where are you from? I'd be like, Australia, originally. And they're like, whoa, dude. And then, like, start asking me, like, questions and stuff, and all the rest of it. Very exciting. So it's a really great conversation starter for Americans who've never met me yet. just throw the accent out. Or even if I don't, if I try and talk neutrally and my accent doesn't come across that strong yet, and then they just think, oh, so where'd you drive from? And then I'm like, oh, I'm actually from here. And they're like, what? I'm like, no, I didn't fly here for just this gig. Like, you would have been paying me a lot more for that. And number 10, this one could be a tricky one. This one, I think, was maybe the only one I was having trouble with. I couldn't figure this one out. Actually, no, I did say that for number 2. That's a lie. Technically, there's 2 of them. The second one and this one. I think this one's trickier, though. Took me ages to figure out the second one. The first one, I mean, you can definitely get me one. You guys will easily give me one of these. But the second one, I'll be very impressed if you get it. Not extra points or anything. Just like, very impressed. That's it. Just very impressed. But yeah, interesting. There we go. Our Two-Face round. I enjoyed that. That's a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I hope you guys did well with your answers. Here comes the question. Repeats coming right up for round 3's Two-Face round. And then we'll go into our break. I'll mark the answers. We'll come back, go through them. And then we have our last round for the day. So, see you soon. Alrighty, guys, toothpaste round answers coming right up. Thanks for sending your answers in. Very interesting submissions and possible answers. I could see how you saw some of those in there. Some of them you really missed, though. I thought they were obvious, and they kind of, I don't know, some of you missed them. Some of you got them, and then others were just like, over my head, totally gone. So, hopefully when I go through them and say it, you're going to be like, oh, I see it now. So, let's find out and see how you did. First one here, nice and easy one, I think, anyway, is Katy Perry and Rihanna. Katy Perry and Rihanna. Now, can you see that? You know the two of those artists. They're both musical artists, singers. Very good, very talented. Katy Perry and Rihanna for number 1. Number 2. Now, this one could be a bit tricky. Now, it's Halle Berry. No doubt, Halle Berry. But the other one is J-Lo. Now, you may be thinking, how could it be J-Lo? Where is the J-Lo? Look at I think it's her right eye and her nose is actually J-Lo. Her left eye is Halle's eye, but if you look close to the eyes, you can see that they're slightly different. They're different shades of like eyelash or whatever, or eyeliner or whatever. But that's how you see the J-Lo in there. So that's number 2, J-Lo and Halle Berry. Number 3, most of them got half of this one. It is David Beckham and Gerard Butler. Gerard Butler and David Beckham. Gerard Butler and David Beckham for number 3. Number 4, this one here was tricky. I actually struggled with this one. Emily Blunt and Christina Ricci. Christina Ricci and Emily Blunt for number 4 there. Number 5, Ewan McGregor, the young Obi-Wan Kenobi in the new Star Wars, the newer Star Wars films from the original ones from back in the 70s or 80s. Ewan McGregor and Colin Firth. Ewan McGregor and Colin Firth for number 5. Now, number 6, I'm actually surprised nobody got this. This one was surprising. This is Natalie Portman. Now, come on, look at it. It's literally Natalie Portman. You could see it all over her face right there. And the other one is Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson as well. So, Scarlett Johansson and Natalie Portman. But I can see the suggestions we had. I believe we had a Delta Goodrum and a Kylie Minogue possibly as well in there. So, I can see that. But Natalie Portman, that's her face right there, peoples. It's right there. Number 7, this one you all got. It is John Travolta and Tom Cruise, which is scarily looks similar, and you could look like either of them in this picture. It's crazy how similar that one looks. Number 8, you all got this one as well. Brangelina. It's Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie for number 8 there. Number 9, and again, you all got this one. Tom Hanks and George Clooney. Tom Hanks, George Clooney for number 9. And then this tricky one for the end. You all got the first half, I believe, or some of you did. Taylor Swift and Emma Stone. Emma Stone. I believe the Emma Stone is in part of the eyes and the nose part is her. Obviously, the hair is Taylor's, is Tay-Tay's. But I believe Emma Stone is part of the eyes and nose. Maybe even the mouth. I'm not 100% sure. But part of the eyes and nose as well. See how both the eyes are like a little bit different from the other? That's how they do the whole separation thing. They kind of split it up there. I don't know, but it's not as simple as that and that. Because otherwise the hair and everything would be different. But maybe they do that to part of the face just to try and throw you guys off. But interesting round. Good job, guys, for those who did actually do well with that round. So let's go and have a quick look at the scoreboard before we head into the final round. And it looks like this. Rabbit still in the lead on the 11 group is catching up a little bit. I'm 80 close behind. Troops Go Go, Bender, and Saturday Night Fever not too far behind either. Now, being that it's the last round, guys, there are big points up for grabs in this round. So, regardless of where your points are standing pretty much, it's still anybody's game, which is very exciting, and this is how round 4 works. So, it's 10 random questions. You're going to be ranking your answers from 10 to 1. 10 being the highest and most confident, all the way down to 1 being the lowest and least confident. Now, the points given for this round alone are based on your rank numbers that you give each answer. So, say you're super confident in whatever answer you put for question number 5, and you're like, you know what, I'm putting my 10 here. If it is correct, you get 10 points just for that question alone. Massive points. However, you can only use each rank number once, so choose wisely. Be confident in your choosing of your high numbers on which answers you wish to delegate them. So once you've used them, you have to bump down to the next one. So when 10's been used, you have to go down to 9, then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you add all those numbers together, you get 55, and that's the maximum amount of points you can get just in this round alone. Now when you're using the answer submission page, just like you've been doing, put your answers in there, then put a space or a dash, and then put the rank number that you're using. So when I'm marking, I know the appropriate scores to give you for your correct answers. And just like the other rounds, you don't lose points for incorrect answers, so don't stress. You're not going to lose like 7 points if you get this 7 rank numbered answer incorrect. That's totally fine. You just don't get the 7. You don't lose 7. So we don't deduct points here. Only if I somehow catch you cheating. Like if you try and put 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 9 for every answer, I will be able to know that because I can check everyone's answers and see who submits them and what they're submitting. Obviously, how would I be able to mark them if I couldn't? So yeah, don't be doing that, guys. Use each number once. Now that that's all done and dusted, we can get the final round underway. Have I clicked on Game On it? No, I have not. Let's go over to Game On first, otherwise you can't submit, and that would be tragic. Alright, Game On, which means on the trivia app page, you should be in the new answer submission screen. So, let's get into it. How many ounces are there in a pound? How many ounces are there in a pound? Now, even though I'm in a country that uses these measurements, I don't know the answer to this question. I mean, I have the answer, obviously, because I'm the trivia host, but if someone asked me this, even though that things are done in pounds over here, nope. Pounds are, the only reason why I can work out with pounds is due to the gym and weightlifting. So I convert kilograms to pounds. But ounces, nah, mate. I don't measure anything in ounces, so I just got no idea. So fingers crossed you guys do. And if not, this is where you will put your confident rank number of 1. Sacrifice it on a question that you don't know the answer to. Number 2, in NATO's phonetic alphabet, what is the letter C referred to as? Now, for those who are regular players, we had someone actually give the entire NATO phonetic alphabet just, I believe, last week even. It was just last week. So for those who were here and remember that, then you should know the answer to this question. NATO's phonetic alphabet, what is the letter C referred to as? What is C? Number 3, what NBA star was known for his signature spin move, the Dream Shake? What NBA star was known for his signature spin move, the Dream Shake? Now remember, 10 random questions, so we can get questions in here. Sports again. We can get some geography, history, we can get some literature, we can get entertainment, we can get anything, mate. So, you never know what's going to pop up in here. Hence why there's bigger points up for grabs. It's a little bit more difficult because it's so much more randomized. However, you're possible for big points, so that's what it's all exciting about. The bigger the risk, the bigger the payoff, right? Right? Am I right? Gamblers out there? Number 4, what meteorological... Bleh, I'm gonna try that again. What meteorological... Yeah, that's right. Significance is traditionally attached to cows lying down. I don't know why I was struggling with that. What meteorological significance is traditionally attached to cows lying down? I mean, this is kind of cool. Cows lying down. I just thought they do that to maybe, like, sleep. Although apparently cows sleep standing up. But yeah. When they lie down, what does that mean in regards to meteorological significance? Question number 4. For the confidence round. And number 5 now. What is the person in charge of making charcoal called? What is the person in charge of making charcoal called? What are they called? What is their title? What is the person in charge of making charcoal called? Charcoal maker? No, there's a bit more of it. There's an actual, like, titled name given to them. I'll finish my coffee and whiskey, so I guess I'm onto my water now. That's right, we're almost done here, guys. We're almost done. We're bringing it home. Confidence round. Just over halfway in the final round now. Number 6. Which river made the Grand Canyon? That's right. Which river made the Grand Canyon? It was the river that made it. What river was it? Tell me the name of that river that made the Grand Canyon. Question number 6. What river made the Grand Canyon? 4 questions. Also, 3 questions left. Or 4 questions left. Ish. The point on land closest to the North Pole belongs to what nation? The point on land closest to the North Pole belongs to what nation? Think of where the North Pole is. The point on land closest to it is where? What nation? What country? What country is the closest to the North Pole? Or the point on it has the closest point? Have a think. What do you think? Right up there, top of that, up to the top there, up north, up top. What countries are up there? Think of like if you got a world globe near you. I actually want to get a globe for my desk. I've always wanted to get a really cool globe, just so if I'm bored or just sitting here like doing something on my computer, I can be like, and just learn about where different countries are and how big they are and all that kind of stuff. I just like globes. I think they're cool. World globes, like for the Earth and everything else. Number 8. Which car manufacturer's name translates from Latin as to roll? Which car manufacturer's name translates from Latin as to roll? Which number 8? That's right. Not many questions left, guys. Couple questions left. Oh no, what do we do? Well, I guess you'll just enjoy the rest of your weekend. And then your next week, I guess. Remember, this is a holiday season themed trivia that we've got going on to close out 2020. Only a couple of Trivs at Home sessions left for the year. Keep an eye on the holiday schedule that I post. It'll be on the end screen. I can share it on the end screen. It's usually on the countdown screen as well. Number 9. In the human body, what does the ureter carry? In the human body, what does the ureter carry? The human body does amazingly wonderful things. It's very complicated piece of work. It's got so many things in it and going around and going on in it and with it. It's really amazing if you think about it all, like crazy. I'm not sure if you hear that background noise, but I believe the other housemates are playing with the cat. So there are noises and screams of potential excitement. So that does seem to come in the background there. Just know that they're playing with the cat and they're enjoying themselves. See, that one there, I believe, if you heard that one. They're playing with the cat. It's probably doing something cute, and they're just awing over it. And last question. What belt-driven engine accessory pressurizes the intake air into an automobile... in an automobile engine? What belt-driven engine accessory pressurizes the intake air in an automobile engine? Those car fans out there, if you know anything about your cars, you should know the answer to this question. Oh yeah, I forgot. Speaking of cars, because there's a car on this, my advent calendar day. What's the date today? I think I had 10 yesterday while we were doing this. I'm going to have 11. Let's see what we have as the picture. I think it's a stocking. It's a stocking. Oh my god, David Watermeyer, mate. Hola, I'm working, so we'll be in and out. Good to see you, buddy. I just opened up my advent calendar, and for day 11, I think I'm a day behind, but it doesn't matter, it is a stocking. I don't know how clear that is coming through there, but it is a stocking, a boot, stocking boot. But yeah, eating advent calendars while doing trivia. Why not? Have you got an advent calendar, David Watermeyer? Alright, so question repeats coming right up, and I'm going to mark the final round's answers, guys. I'm going to go through them, see how well you all did, and then we'll have our final scoreboard before we finish up this stream. So in the meantime, question repeats, and then we'll have our last break. We'll be back soon, guys. Alrighty guys, we are back. Let's go through the answers nice and quick so we can find out how you all did. And today's winner of Saturday Shuffles Trivia. Shuffle Saturday, sorry. Let's get into it. How many ounces are there in a pound? Well, that would be 16. 16 ounces to a pound. And Evermore, you made it! Hello there! Thanks for tuning in over on Twitch. Just in the end as we're going through the answers. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Number 2 in NATO's phonetic alphabet. What does the letter C refer to as? That would be Charlie. Charlie for number 2 there. Number 3, what NBA star was known for his signature spin move, the Dream Shake? Well, that would be Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon. Number 3. Number 4, what meteorological significance is traditionally attached to cows lying down? That would be rain. When it rains, they lie down because they want to protect and keep the area of grass near them dry. So that's what their purpose of doing that is. They keep the grass where they're laying on dry because they lie down and they end up getting wet, but they at least have a dry floor. So there you go. Pretty smart, cows. Good on you. Number 5, what is the person in charge of making charcoal called? They're called a collier. A collier. Number 5, collier. Number 6, which river made the Grand Canyon? Well, that would be the Colorado River. Colorado River for number 6. Number 7, the point on land closest to the North Pole belongs to which nation? That would be Denmark. Denmark is the one that has the point on land closest to the North Pole that belongs to its nation. Good old Denmark there for number 7. Number 8, which car manufacturer's name translates from Latin as to roll? That would be Volvo. Volvo for number 8 there. Number 9, in the human body, what does the ureter carry? It carries urine. Transfers urine from one spot to the other. Urine for number 9. And number 10, what belt-driven engine accessory pressurizes the intake air in an automobile engine? That would be the supercharger. The supercharger for number 10. Supercharger. So, now with that all done and dusted, we get to have a look at the final scores for today's trivia. And as we do that, before we do that, we do a bit of a drum roll on my little padded table. The entire the whole table is an actual mouse padded desk, which is super cool. But yes, that's what I'm doing the drum roll for. And there we have it, ladies and gents. We have Saturday Night Fever on 16 points, followed by Troops A Go-Go on 23, Team Group on 27, Bender on 30, then I Matey up in the 40s.5 right there, but the victory goes to Rabbit on 45 points. Job well done. Did well tonight, Rabbit. Congratulations. Job well done. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have been awesome. Hope you guys had fun and enjoyed today's themed trivia. You guys have been super rad sauce. Let me throw myself over here and wow, I'm all big and stuff now. That's right, super cool, super big. But yeah, thank you once again for all of you tuning in, especially those on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/thepeoplesdwarf. Thank you guys so much. Feel free to give it a like, follow, subscribe. I believe it is a subscribe actually, or follow and then you can subscribe as well. Once I get the affiliate status up and running, I have got it, I've just got to activate it. So I'll probably do that tomorrow. I was out all day today, so I wasn't able to actually do that, but that's okay. And yeah, just for those who have been watching this on Facebook, just to let you know, I won't be broadcasting this on Facebook moving forward. I'm going to just be sharing the stream to my actual Twitch page. So you can just literally, it'll still be, I'll post on my Facebook pages and say, hey, my trivia is live, come join it on the Twitch page, just because it's too many platforms that I'm going out to, and I'm trying to focus more on my actual Twitch page for my streaming purposes. Facebook has a little bit more issues in regards to doing that, so it's just a little bit easier if I do it all through Twitch and Twitter for now. So, again, those on Facebook, you can still tune in and watch. You just got to open up the Twitch link instead, which will be on the page, my Facebook pages anyway. So don't stress, doesn't mean you can't watch or compete or play anymore. Nothing changes except just there won't be a video on Facebook itself. You literally just open up on the webpage, it'll be either Twitch or Twitter. The links to the pages are right there. You can just like and follow, subscribe, whichever on one or both of them, and then that way you know where it is. And then you can join in like the rest of us on Twitch and stuff as well. But thank you so much. You guys have been awesome. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a safe and wonderful week. We'll be back next week on a Friday, 7 p.m. PST, which I believe is a Saturday, 2 p.m. Melbourne time. And then the Saturday again for me, 7 p.m. PST, which will be Sunday, 2 p.m. Melbourne time. and you guys can do the math for whatever other time zones you guys are in to figure that stuff out. Remember, I won't be doing streams on Christmas and New Year's. The last stream for this year will be on the 23rd. That's a Wednesday, I believe. I'm going to go a mid-week stream. Why not? Let's have a bit of fun. Do it during the week instead. Also, because Christmas Day is like the Friday, I think. So let's not do a stream. That's just kind of weird. Doing it on Christmas. Everyone's going to be with their family and stuff. No one's going to tune in. Of course not. That's just silly. And I'm going to be busy as well. I'm going to, like, move my Christmas here. You guys do your Christmas. I'll do my Christmas. Then we'll come back in the new year and do some fun stuff there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. You guys have been awesome. Take care of yourselves. Be kind. Be healthy. And dance our way out of this. What up, Smoking K2? About to finish up my stream, actually, buddy, but I appreciate you hanging in. Feel free to jump onto my little socials just down the bottom there, twitch.tv/thepeoplesdwarf. If you want to follow me on that as well, I just made affiliate status as well, which is pretty rad. There's my Twitter and Facebook as well. Feel free to like and subscribe. We do trivia streams twice a week. This is the second time on the Saturday. We do it Fridays as well, so yesterday. Feel free to get amongst it if you do like trivia as well, which would be great. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in, mate, but it's just at the end. I was about to say bye, so take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.